Let's quickly talk about pickup truck business funding. And I want to give you into this conversation, I want to give you seven options this year for you to really get your pickup truck business funded. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So the very first institution that really can fund your pickup truck business is American Express. And American Express, they have a wonderful business line of credit that we love a lot. I mean, the maximum here is $250,000, so you get a maximum $250,000, and the minimum credit score is 600 to 660. And this is not a loan; this is a business line of credit. But what we love about American Express is that they will fund a pickup truck, they will fund a box truck, they will fund a cargo van, they'll fund a sprinter van. Okay, and it's really a great option for pickup truck business owners with fair credit who want access to working capital. So I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of this funding program. So the pros first. You have a streamlined application process with minimal paperwork. That we love that a lot. So if you have a pickup truck business and you really don't want to have tons of paperwork and you just want to have something very simple, they have that. Fantastic. Financing, you have financing from $2,000 to $250,000 available. And American Express actually accepts borrowers, pickup truck business owners with a minimum FICO score, as I said a little earlier, of at least 600. Okay, but this is at the time of application, and you have a monthly repayment schedule as opposed to a daily or weekly. That's really good, and there are no prepayment penalties. There are no account maintenance fees or draw fees, so that's really fantastic. What about the cons here? So when we think about this pickup truck business funding program for American Express, from American Express, the thing is that you must have an online checking or a PayPal account to verify cash flow, because they really still need to verify your cash inflows versus the cash outflows to make sure that you can actually repay whatever line of credit they extend to you, whatever line of credit amount they extend to you. And in some cases, American Express might require a personal guarantee. But normally they do this on an unsecured way. In other words, you don't have to pledge any collateral, but in some cases, in certain geographies, in some states, they might actually ask for it. And they do also have a complex monthly fee structure that makes it very difficult to compare costs to other lenders. Next, I want to talk to you about Fundbox. And Fundbox also has a wonderful line of credit for pickup truck businesses. And what we love about Fundbox is that they are very great. First of all, they're very generous. They're not giving you a $250,000 maximum as American Express. They're giving you $150,000. But you know what? $150,000 for your pickup truck business is still great. Okay, so they actually offer a business line of credit for your pickup truck business so that you can fill a cash flow gap, and qualifying is a lot easier with other lenders. Okay, and that's really fantastic. I want to walk you through the pros and cons. First of all, the FICO score. They ask a FICO score of 550, but the maximum amount here is $150,000. So the advantages is that financing is available within one business day after approval. So your pickup truck business can get qualified within actually can get the funds, if you will, within 24 hours. You have a simple application with minimal documentation required. What we love about the Fundbox is that they have a soft pull process available, so they can really pre-qualify you. So this is really cool. And the company is a startup friendly. So if you have a startup pickup truck business, you can actually qualify. So they actually accept borrowers with a minimum of 6 months in business. You have a low minimum credit score requirements, no prepayment penalties, account maintenance fees, or inactivities fees. So that's really cool. But I just want to insist that this is a line of credit. This is not a loan, okay? And what about the disadvantages here? So rates are high compared to traditional banks or credit unions, and they may require, in certain cases, a personal guarantee. And one thing we don't like about the Fundbox is that you have weekly repayments required over a short term, maximum of 24 weeks. So they're not playing. They're not really playing games with borrowers when it comes to having a lengthier, sort of a longer repayment window. Okay, 24 weeks. It is what it is. When you really think about it, 24 weeks. That's less than 6 months. Okay, but hey, listen, it is what it is. So they want you to have a minimum credit score of 550 to 600. and they want you to actually have a minimum time in business of 6 months and minimum annual revenue of $100,000. Next, I want to talk to you about Bank of America. You can get funded. You can get your pickup truck business funded from Bank of America. Okay, and Bank of America is really is a traditional bank, is one of the behemoths in the industry. So basically, they can fund you up to $5 million, and Bank of America will accept your application if you have a FICO score that goes from 600 to 700. The good thing about Bank of America is that if you want your pickup truck business funded a lot faster, they can really take care of you. But you got to really you got to establish a relationship. So when we talk about establishing a relationship, we are talking about having an MPR, a multi-product relationship of at least 3 months for them to actually consider you. So if you're looking for a pickup truck business loan, a pickup truck business line of credit, a pickup truck working capital loan, for instance, Bank of America is actually a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful destination. So what are the pros and cons here? The pros first. You have several types of business loans available, right? This is a giant in the banking industry. You have competitive rates, competitive interest rates, and they have a preferred rewards program that can really offer interest rate discounts and other perks, which goes back to what I said earlier about having a relationship with Bank of America. They do offer specialized commercial real estate, equipment, and healthcare practice financing. And you have a fee discounts available for veteran-owned businesses. So that's really cool. What about the cons here? With the Bank of America, they want you to be in business for at least 2 years. So basically, for your pickup truck business to be funded, they want 2 years minimum. You may need to visit a Bank of America branch or schedule a phone appointment to apply. And so basically, they might actually require a personal guarantee for your pickup truck business loan or business line of credit. And they have limited information available online. So everything has to go through Bank of America. They want you to contact them. But the good thing is you have a maximum loan amount for your pickup truck business of $5 million. So this is really cool. Next, you have a national funding. So when you think about national funding, I want you to think about an online term loan. Okay, so this is not a line of credit. This is a term loan for your pickup truck business, and the maximum here is $500,000. So we love that a lot. FICO score 575 to 600, and so borrowers who can qualify for more traditional loan options might consider national funding for fast access to capital for their pickup truck business. So this is really good. And I want to walk you through the pros and cons of this loan. So the pros first. Funding for your pickup truck business can happen in as little as 24 hours. You have prepayment discounts available. And they do offer business loans to pickup truck startups and borrowers with bad credit. So again, the FICO score, we're looking at 550 to 600 minimum. And there is no collateral or down payment required. Okay, that's really cool. What about the cons here? Well, national funding will charge you a factor rate that makes it more difficult to compare costs with other lenders. But it really, in the last 2 years, they have actually sort of relaxed those requirements a little bit. So depending on the states and the city of the states where you actually applying from, they might actually charge you a regular APR, not a factor rate. And short-term loans require daily or weekly repayments. So if your pickup truck business is not generating enough revenue, enough loads for revenue, this could be a little problematic, okay? And they do require higher annual revenue than other online lenders. And so this is really something to think about. So minimum credit score, 550 to 600. Minimum time in business, 6 months. And minimum annual revenue, in some cases, they want you to have up to $250,000. Now, since COVID, they have actually relaxed this requirements also. Now they're asking $100,000 to sort of qualify you. So this is becoming a lot easier to qualify than it was before. And one thing I want to say also is that when we think about the national funding in general, we love the fact that they will approve you real fast and that they will disperse the funds real fast also. So if your pickup truck business really needs funds real fast, you want to really look in the direction of funding of a national funding. National funding. Let's talk about Funding Circle. And with Funding Circle, you have an online term loan for your pickup truck business. And what we love about Funding Circle is that maximum loan amount, $500,000, very generous. We love that. FICO score, you are looking at the 600 to 660. Okay, so Funding Circle is really an option for established pickup truck businesses that are financing an expansion or refinancing debt. So it's really good. This is really great for long-term business loans. Okay, what are the pros and cons here? The pros first. Cash can be available within 2 business days, so your pickup truck business can be funded within 2 business days after approval. You have competitive rates among online lenders. No minimum revenue requirements, and terms up to 7 years. So this is kind of cool because it gives you a lot of time to actually rebuild your cash flow, rebuild your liquidity. So that's really fantastic. And some of the disadvantages about this lender is that they require business lien and personal guarantee in most cases. You must be in business for a minimum of 2 years. So this is kind of similar to what Bank of America is requesting. And their minimum credit score is higher than some other lenders. So this is something to think about. So 600 to 660, okay? So remember that. Minimum time in business, we are speaking about 2 years, okay? 2 years, that's what they want. And now there is no minimum annual revenues. That's really cool because basically, I mean, we've done research and they will accept you if you are making minimum $75,000. $75,000, that's actually the floor when it comes to revenue. And but you gotta have no bankruptcies in the past 7 years. They're very strict about that because for them, bankruptcy is like really the ultimate sort of reflection of mismanagement, liquidity mismanagement. So they're not really relaxed. They're not really lax when it comes to those requirements. So no bankruptcies in the past 7 years. But overall, Funding Circle is a great destination for online term loans for your pickup truck business, whether it is an established business or a relatively profitable startup. You will find a great lender in Funding Circle. Next, I want to talk to you about Triton Capital. So Triton Capital really specializes in equipment financing, and the maximum that Triton Capital will finance for your pickup truck business is actually at $250,000. What we love about Triton Capital is that their FICO score minimum is very low. So you are looking at 525 all the way to 575. And so this lender is best for pickup truck business equipment loans. Okay, so they'll finance the vehicle itself. They'll finance all ancillary equipment. So and Triton Capital offers fast equipment loans up to $250,000 for pickup truck businesses in a range of industries. Okay, and what are the pros and cons of this player here? Let's really dig a little deeper. Number one, the pros first. They can fund within 1 to 2 business days. So if you're looking for fast pickup truck business funding, you want to really contact the Triton Capital. So 1 to 2 business days. So 24 to 48 hours, you get your cash, no problem. There is no prepayment penalties. That's really cool. And you have flexible repayment options, monthly, quarterly, annually, or semi-annually. They ain't doing like a daily or a weekly here. I mean, when you compare this to Funding Circle or National Funding, Triton Capital really quote unquote respects your liquidity strategy. So they're not really asking you to give to make payments every day or every week. What about the cons here? Well, when it comes to Triton Capital, they typically require a personal guarantee and UCC lien, which is a little disappointing because when you have equipment financing, really the equipment constitutes the collateral already. So the loan itself is collateralized. So for a lender to ask you, in addition to a collateral, also a personal guarantee and UCC lien, that's crazy. But hey, listen, it is what it is. And Triton Capital requires high minimum annual revenue. So it is what it is. So, but minimum credit score here, 525 to 575. And minimum time in business, 2 years. and minimum annual revenue $250,000, which is a little high, especially for a startup. So hey, but listen, it is what it is. Next, I want to talk to you about OnDeck, and OnDeck is really a great place to go if you are looking for an online term loan for your pickup truck business. Let's really dig a little deeper here. When we think about OnDeck in general, we are looking at a maximum loan amount of $250,000. So this is not a line of credit. This is not a business line of credit. This is a business loan for your pickup truck business. Okay. So minimum FICO score here, 575 all the way to 625. And the delta between the FICO score that I just gave you is because that depending on the states where you are hailing from, your FICO score may be up or low because of economic activity in that state, and so on and so forth. So 575 to 625 minimum. What are the pros and cons of OnDeck for your pickup truck business funding program? The pros first. Cash can be available within the same business day. This is really good. Again, we are speaking here about fast funding. They do accept borrowers with a minimum credit score of 575 to 625. Here you have a streamlined application process with minimal documentation required. That's really good because you are really having you have all the time to really focus on running your business instead of actually applying for a loan. And you can actually use OnDeck to actually build business credit. In other words, they will report payments, they'll report business credit activity to Dun & Bradstreet, to Equifax and Experian, so you can actually build your BDS score among others. So that's really cool. So what about the cons here? OnDeck is not available in Nevada, North Dakota, or South Dakota. So if you are in those three states and you are trying to fund your pickup truck business, you're not going to really be able to do that. And OnDeck actually requires frequent repayments, so that's a little disruptive to cash flow management. So they might ask you to actually repay on a daily basis or weekly basis. And interest rates can be high compared with traditional lenders. So traditional lenders, we're speaking about credit unions and banks, and they require in some cases a business lien or personal guarantee. So you have a pretty restrictive pickup truck business funding program there. So overall, I want you to think about, so minimum credit score 575 to 625, minimum time in business 1 year, and minimum annual revenue $100,000. And you got to have a business bank account. So OnDeck wants you to have a business bank account. They will ask you for bank statements. They will look at your cash inflows and cash outflows to determine your level of liquidity. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's do a recap here. So I spoke to you about the pickup truck business funding, your top 7 options. Number 1, American Express. Number 2, Fundbox. Number 3, Bank of America. Number 4, National Funding. Number 5, Funding Circle. Number 6, Triton Capital. Number 7, OnDeck. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.